For today's toy review, we're going to be taking a look at the new Trypticon from the Transformers Age of the Primes. All right, this is a reissue, recolor of the Generations Titan Return Trypticon. So let's take a look. This guy does include full tilt and the Titan Master Decepticon Necro. So it is a headmaster. This one is going to be colored to match the G1 cartoon, not the G1 toy like the older Titans Return. After opening up the main box, you will have to assemble both legs. It's not too hard. You do have to make sure you do it the right way. There's a little piece here, and it just slides in. But his head is technically kind of on backwards right now, so make sure you go the opposite way. Do make sure to hold the body up strong so it doesn't snap the legs. The older model did have a lot of problems with the hips snapping, so I'm not sure if they fixed that fully here, but definitely keep an eye on that. All right, once you got those in, you're able to convert him to Dinosaur Mode. Just do a quick flip out of the tower cannons, rotate the head a bit. Make sure the head is pointed out. If it's stuck in, it will not move. All right, hands down, and you have Trypticon. I usually like to leave the cannons up, just kind of looks cooler. But for this toy review, let's start off in city mode. So let's get him out here. I'm not gonna transform him that way. We're gonna start city mode. He's honestly pretty bland. This is going more on the cartoon deco. So I think these are like the kind of teleporting things. The ramps are meh. Helicopter pad. I do like the tooling and all the inscriptions and the details in it. I'm definitely going to get the Toy Hacks labels and give this an upgrade. I'm not sure if I'm going to go the Beast Wars Gigastorm version, but those will add windows into all these towers. The missiles do become kind of higher towers, so they just pull right out. That's full tilt there. Little ramp in the front. I do like the color scheme. The 3 colors, it looks nice. Like I said, just needs a little bit more just to make it pop. Like even on the ramp, it's got nice tooling, good detail. But yeah, stickers help. Yeah, all right. This is another quick look at the back end. Trypticon's head just sitting there. Doesn't really, you can kind of put it down and it gives a little more, I guess, less Trypticon look to it. But yes, the back side, arms are just folded up there. They don't ever really do anything besides fold up in the alt modes. All right, let's transform. All right, transformation, I'm gonna start in city mode. The instructions have you go from ship mode to dinosaur to city, which makes you kind of redo the same moves twice to make it seem like there's more steps to transform. I know, it's kind of weird. But yeah, city form, much easier to start. Add full tilt on, fold in all the ramps, make sure they're all tight. If you don't, you will snap. Do be careful when you are connecting the legs together. They kind of spin on the foot or pivot, but you want to do them equally on each side or you will put pressure unevenly. So make sure you're doing that properly, click it all together. Perfect. All right, legs just snap underneath as we're going obviously into ship mode. So you'll need kind of one bend in the knee and then it just clicks into the side. And then the flaps just kind of hang down there. Then pull out the one wing flap, same thing on the other side. Yeah, I do like this figure. It's pretty cool. It's massive. I do have the Generations, I guess it wouldn't be G2, but the Beast Wars Gigastorm, which is a repaint, redeco of Trypticon. It's got less accessories, but he does have the big horn on it. And I know Toy Hacks has an upgrade for this one to make him into Gigastorm, so not sure if I'm going to go cartoon accurate or Gigastorm. So yeah, this is spaceship mode. All right, let's take a better look at it. All right, on the front of the ship that looks like a Trypticon head, it actually opens right up to reveal a cargo bay for full tilt. So that you can pull him out, store him in there, and then he just clicks on the back, or on the top, I should say. Yep, pull forward, latch him in on the peg, then that just snaps on. So he holds on tight, he's not falling off anyway. All right, this is Trypticon in the shuttle mode. I love him. He's massive, beefy, everything Trypticon should be. You can't put the ramps up forward, which kind of gives it more of a triangular spaceship. This kind of has more wings. You can see through there. Really like all the details there. Again, I think the Toy Hacks, obviously, is going to make it better. Cannons on top. As you rotate them around, Trypticon's head is kind of like the main thruster. I kind of like to open it up, give a little bonus. You can open his mouth farther. Again, hands just kind of fold back there as little jets. All right. Yeah, I like the translucent eyes. It kind of gives like a mouth look. And I think there's I think it's a Takara Japanese comic that actually has a fourth form for this, which I'll show at the end. All right, let's transform into Dinosaur Mode. So again, fold up these two panels, fold in the wings, everything comes up, you snap them in, click the button though, don't just force it. There we are. Let's hold in the wings. I'm sorry, legs. When they're pegged on the back, they are just standard pegged, whereas in the front, they're held in by buttons. All right, fold the legs up, feet out, and give a full rotate. This guy's actually pretty easy to transform when you compare him to the other Titan class. So super easy. Pull out the arms again. Tower cannons move up to at least that far. You can go all the way if you want. And the whole head rotates. Like I said, you got to make sure pull his head out just a bit. There we go. So technically, I think cannons go back. All right, rotate the hands. I do like the claws, especially with the little blue in there. Just adds a little nice detail. Right, Trypticon in Dinosaur Mode. This should have been the Godzilla collab in Godzilla Colors. This would have been amazing. All right, here's a quick look at the beast himself. Yeah, I love the spikes on his back. Again, Godzilla, perfect. Mecha Godzilla even. Why did you not do this, Hasbro? All right, really good tooling. Yeah, full tilts on the front there. Actually, pop him off real quick and transform him. But you can leave him off in general, kind of leaves a gap. I think you can pull the purple piece off altogether. I'll leave it on. He doesn't look horrible with it. Kind of looks like he has a little something down there. All right, let's transform full tilt and the Titan Master Necro, I believe his name is. Car is just a single color, purple. Again, Toy Hacks, I know, adds some visors and things to it. Necro is sitting inside in his bot form. Put him to the side for now. All right, we'll give him a quick transformation. He's a super easy transformation. You don't even need instructions for him. Kind of the standard, you know, flip out the legs here, arms there. And these arms go down, little back piece. Get these hands. All right, and we'll take Necro, the Titan Master, and create the head. Like I said, super easy, quick transformation. Heads are always a little tight in the Titan Masters at first, but you just kind of pop that in. There we go. And his little gun, that kind of looks like a little spaceship too, kind of cool. Yeah, most definitely. I'll say it again, Toy Hacks just adds so much. Kind of happy that Hasbro doesn't overdo it on the stickers, and you know, we get some third parties that do really well. All right, let's take a look at some of the gimmicks. All right, you can take Necro and click him in the back of Trypticon's head, which will reveal Boom, cannon. It's kind of cool. Has a little gimmick in there. Kind of a pain getting out now. Oh, there he goes. All right, the other gimmick that he has is you can open up his mouth. There's a hole there. Pop some food in there. Trypticon eats it, and his chest opens up, and there's kind of like little cargo bays. Gotta adjust his neck. There you go. Yeah, pretty cool that he can like eat items and stuff like that, and gives a little play function to him. He does have a few of the kind of cargo bays inside. Not sure what the bottom one's for, except for storage. Doesn't really open up in city mode per se. But yeah, here he is. Trypticon, full tilt. Like I said, I like the cannons out. A little more fun, a little more menacing. All right, let's take a look at some of the posability. In just a second, take a quick look at his mouth. All right, posability. This guy has got really good arm articulation, shoulders pivot out. The whole arm flap can also move out to give a little more rotation. Elbow joint, claw joints, and those themselves on the wrist articulate pretty well. They don't go side to side, but the arms do. All right, legs do have a bit of a pivot there. Legs can go back, can go forward. Knee articulation. It's got a few clicks, enough that you need for Trypticon. The feet do swivel and have a little bit of a, I'd say like 30 to 45 degree angle. You can get them down in some pretty gnarly poses. If cannons are back, you don't have any neck rotation. When cannons are forward or sideways, you can rotate a little bit and get a little more posing. Tail does kind of slide in and out to give a little bit more, but doesn't go side to side or anything. All right, next let's look at him compared to the Beast Wars Gigastorm, which is a redeco, remold of G1 Trypticon, so it's the same size. But yeah, look at him. He's up to his hip. This guy is massive. Very posable, menacing. I'm not sure if I'm going to get stickers to match the Gigastorm, which I know they make. Here are their city modes. I don't think G1 Trypticon can fully get into the ship mode, at least that I saw. But yeah, you can just see definitely an upgrade, but you know, still the same guy. There's a fourth mode I wanted to try out from the Japanese comic, and yeah, looks pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what was happening in the comic, but I figured I'd try replicating it. Mouth opens and everything, so pretty cool. Thanks for watching this toy review. Hope you liked it. Drop a like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see anything else in my collection, please let me know. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.